travels by the Mumbai local train. This is a very personal story. It's a very emotional moment for both me and my colleague S. Balakrishnan. We are standing here today as journalists but also as citizens of Mumbai, and this is an incident that has happened few kilometers from where we are standing right now, of fellow Mumbaikars having fallen off a running train and fallen straight into their deaths. The current official figures are 4. 8 people fell off that train, out of them 4 are confirmed dead. The rest are grievously injured. Bala, when you read this story, something of this nature, what does it make you feel? I mean, because so many of these things have happened and it's almost like nobody cares. In today's time and age, it can't be that there is no solution to this overcrowding trains. Have we become numb to these deaths?
So we have become
falling off
totally
crowded
numb.
trains?
This is not the first time it has happened. Many times, hundreds of people are dying on the tracks every year, both on Western Railway and Central Railway. And but the problem is the administration simply appears to be run out of ideas. But like what you rightly said, it is not that this is a problem which cannot be solved, but there is simply no political will to do this. The biggest problem is that the officers of both Western and Central Railway, they are staying in South Bombay. They themselves don't travel by the local trains. I think their residences should be shifted to the suburbs. Then they will know what problems people are facing. There is no interaction. They don't even see the local trains for many months at a stretch, kind of thing. Having said that, the main problem is there is no holistic approach towards the problem of public transport in Mumbai. Just imagine, almost 8 million people are ferried every day on the local trains of the Central and Western Railway. 8 million, as big as a population of several cities, kind of thing. And this constitutes 40% of the total passenger traffic of entire Indian railways. But then the thing is, the linear structure of Mumbai, that is fine, and real estate prices have become so very expensive in
people
Mumbai.
Are going further and further
so people
away
have no choice but then go to the distant suburbs. You know, Vasai, Virar, even beyond, kind of thing, even several kilometers away from the railway station, just for a 1 BHK they have to do this kind of thing. And the only mode of transport is the local train.
The roads are chock-a-block. There's
Totally
no question of getting down on the road. It's expensive. People cannot afford it. There is no public transport or even metro network as such active as of now. So
no, the common man
is huge.
The common man is not factored in when they are planning this kind of the transport. Take the coastal road, excellent project, very nice. But whom does it help? Helps only people who have got cars, motorists it helps. Not even many BHT buses.
Very minuscule percentage
of
commuters.
Yeah, and now they are talking about a jetty in this one at Kolaba, only for VIP boat movement, kind of thing. But what about the common man? Even BHT buses. Today there is a story in the Free Press Journal saying the number of BHT buses owned by BHT has fallen down to 400 odd something, whereas it was 3,000 once upon a time. All the buses, there is no concern about the common man. The killing, the murder of BHT is a solid example as to how the administration doesn't care a damn for the common man.
Yeah.
But apart from that, one more suggestion, observation I'd like to make after that is that Mumbai is an island. There's a solution staring at our face, which is sea transport. You go to Hong Kong and several other countries, they make extensive use of sea transport. And these days, all-weather mass transport, boats and ships are available, kind of thing. We are standing at Nariman Point. From Nariman Point to go to Borivali, in about 40 minutes should be possible by high-speed boat. You can have jetties at Nariman Point, then you can have it at Worli, Shivaji Park, Bandra, Warsaw, further down up to Vasai Virar, you can do that. But nobody is even thinking about it. This project has been presented by some industrialists to the Maharashtra government several decades ago, but nobody is interested in that. Obviously, because there is no money in the contract. When you give a contract for flyovers and all that, huge kickbacks are there. Maybe this sea transport, there is not much of kickback to be had. But at least I hope in after today's tragic incident, the Maharashtra government will wake up and think in terms of a mass sea transport.
You're saying some very important things, Bala. I'm just going to underline one of the point that you just made, that there is untapped potential. There are solutions. There is lack of political intent, and in all of this, look at us. I mean, even citizens have become desensitized. Totally. It has almost become normalized. It's how it is in Mumbai. People die falling off overcrowded trains, and look at the announcements made by the railway CPRO that we've initiated automatic doors, and we have initiated quote unquote retrofit tracks, as if that will be the end of all solutions. But if you talk to the regular people, they'll tell you, how can you have automatic doors? That will
if you have
trap the
automatic
ventilation.
doors, it will be a disaster. You will have running coffins. There is no ventilation if you have automatic doors kind of thing. What is it you're talking of? In the rains, automatic doors. During height of summer, automatic doors. These are all fancy things to say about. I mean, at least now some breeze is coming in, inside the crowded trains. Even that will be stopped. AC trains they have introduced, but AC should have been highly subsidized. Many people are not patronizing AC trains because it is. On the contrary, all the trains should be made air conditioned so that people can travel in comfort. And there you can think in terms of automatic doors. But the solution to this problem is sea transport.
Yeah. So, again, one final question on this, again, this drawing from what you said, that there is a lot of optics going on about infrastructure coming up in a big way. But when you zoom in and you look at the micro picture, we are failing miserably. We are failing the common man miserably.
You just see even small things like there are so many so-called food stalls on platforms. There's no place for commuters to move about, but there's a vested interest in the contractors' lobby, so they let these so many kind of platforms come. And you just see, for example, one example, Kurla, the foot over bridge in Kurla connecting all the platforms, one of the biggest terminus kind of thing, is pathetic. I'm surprised how there is not a stampede in Kurla. Every day thousands of people are going crisscrossing kind of thing, and there is no crowd management at all whatsoever. So the indifference of the people, the officers must be personally be held responsible for this. Whoever is responsible for this should be, the buck should stop at the top level. No point in making a bucker of this station master or something like that. What are the GMs doing? They should go down and see for themselves traveling. One fine day you find the minister coming with all the security, every passengers are thrown out, then it travels, and then like what you mentioned, optics are there, that's about all. But beyond that, there's no substantial thing being done to improve the situation.
Lives of people. And yes, right. We have to, of course, understand the reality of how people are descending to this city looking for jobs.
Exactly, because the Bimari states have no jobs to offer. So everybody thinks, and because infra development, building redevelopment, thousands of redevelopment, there's some job for everybody, but people are willing to do anything.
It's very inhuman. I mean, I have to say this.
It's a violation of human rights in every which way. Every which way. On the contrary, the state, some years back, I took up the matter of the State's Human Rights Commission. I said, please take it up. This is a violation of human rights, but they didn't bother to do that. Had they done it, hopefully things might have been different today.
It's inhuman conditions, and if in a rush hour, if you happen to be in a station like an Andheri station where I get off normally, what I see, I am stunned, and I used to be speechless, but even I feel now that, okay, is this the new normal? Is this how it's supposed to be?
Exactly.
We must question, and we must have these conversations. Thank you so much, Bala, for joining us, for raising the important points.
Thank you so much. Thank you.